Okay, so today we're going to speak about the mindset of an athlete. Okay, so I want you guys to raise your hand if you have ever observed an athlete in the heat of battle, right? In the heat of competition, and thought to yourself, wow, this person is talented. Yes, that's correct, right? Athletes are very talented, extremely talented. And it's really amazing to be able to watch an athlete in the heat of battle, right? While they are competing, while the pressure's on them. And they're able to perform such complex motions and movements with so much efficiency, accuracy, and ease. And we all get to see an athlete's physical ability, his strength, his skills, and sometimes we even get to look or snapshot at their work ethic. But then there's one thing that we don't get to see, right? There's a component that drives their success that often goes unnoticed. And this is the mind game. So, you see, athletes, and through my work with athletes, I've been fortunate enough to gain insider's access to the minds of some top athletes from a variety of sporting disciplines. And I've learned a lot through this. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share 5 core principles that I've compiled based on the insight that I've gathered through working with them. These 5 core principles serves as the basis of an athlete's mindset, or the mindset of a champion. In addition, I'll also show you how you can apply these 5 principles to your own life. I hope you guys are all excited.
Yes.
So principle 1, the first principle, is becoming the purple ball. You see, becoming a professional athlete is extremely difficult and competitive. And I have some stats or statistics to illustrate this point. In the US, only 6.5% of all high school football players, American football players, end up playing at college level. And out of these college athletes, only 1.6% of them end up making it pro. And the stats is very similar in Europe, with only 1% of all boys who join a soccer academy at the age of 9 making it pro. So as we can see, getting to the pro level can be difficult, an uphill battle, and extremely competitive. But for those individuals, those athletes who actually make it to pro level, they sometimes face with a new challenge. The challenge of being outshined by more mature and experienced players. And this can have a negative impact on their confidence, their mindset, and ultimately their performance. And this is where the first principle comes in, becoming the purple ball. So you see, the way that these athletes can handle this is to start carving out their own unique advantage. Because at the professional level, this is an elite group, right? And this elite group, everybody is skilled at a specific sport. So now what this athlete can do is start looking at how can they start carving out their purple ball advantage. How can they focus on developing specific skills or specific characteristics that they can use that separates them from everybody else. And this is very, very important. So the athletes want to look at becoming the purple ball and separating themselves from everybody else. And let's draw some parallels. Let's draw some parallels to our own life, right? I'm sure many of you have experienced somebody who you work with or you're familiar with who has risen through the rankings quickly, got promoted at a rapid pace, even though there are people there who's been working there for way longer than that individual. And why why does this happen? The chances are that this individual has something that gets them noticed, something that separates them from everybody else. They have the purple ball advantage. It could be that they have superior social skills, or it could simply be that they have a superior technical knowledge. Whatever it is, this is giving them an advantage over everybody else. It's getting them noticed. Okay? So this is the very first principle. So I want you guys to think, guys and ladies, to think about it today. What is one thing that you can start doing to help you get the purple ball advantage? The second principle, which is using negativity as fuel. You see, even though athletes have a superior physical ability, they are still bound by the laws of human nature, which means, like us, they too struggle with personal challenges and hardships. But an athlete can't be held back by these difficulties, by these negative experiences. So what they do is they need to find a way to use the negativity in an adaptive way, in a way that serves them. One way athletes do this is by using negativity as a fuel that supercharges their drive to achieve at the highest level. So, for example, one athlete can do this by, let's say, an athlete who struggles with a low motivation. He can simply remember that if he fails to reach his goals, there are people out there who will be celebrating, who wants him to lose, right? So doing this can give him the energy, the motivation, the drive to get back up and keep moving towards the goals that he ultimately wants to achieve. So in this way, the athlete is taking something that can be perceived as negative and using it in an adaptive way, in a way that serves them to reach the levels that they are aiming for. So let's look at how we can draw parallels to your own life. First of all, we need to acknowledge that life is going to give us both good and negative experiences. But if we are only going to work on our goals when things are going good, we won't get very far. And I will give you an example. Imagine you are given a choice of two cars. Car number one drives on positive fuel. Car number two drives on both positive and negative fuel. However, the challenge is that we don't know what gas stations along our journey has positive fuel or what gas stations along the journey has negative fuel. Knowing this, which car would you select? Choice one or choice two? Two, yeah. I mean, it's obvious. Everybody would choose